Hey NACA friends and family, how are you guys doing? First, I just want to apologize for the way that I look. I wanted to feel motivated to get my life together, but I'm just not. As you guys know, I'm pregnant. I'm very pregnant. I'm 9 months pregnant. And even making this video is like taking energy out of me because I really just want to nap. But I am definitely back to make another video. I realized that it's been, what is today? I think today is the 22nd. So it's been 10 days since my last video. And I'm like, dang, surely it hasn't been that long. But it has. And I'm just getting back to you guys today because I'm just getting news today. So, last time I spoke to you guys, I was telling you guys that I found out that I had to be at my job for 6 months before I could be on the loan, in that I had only been in my job for 4 months, and that my counselor suggested possibly just submitting my husband. And though I was reluctant about that at first because I'm like, okay, that means that our mortgage amount is going to be less. I was just like, at this point, you know what? You can just submit him because we've been doing this for mad long. We've been in the program since November of 2019, I believe. So going on 16 months or so, if not 16 months. So I'm like, okay, if there's a potential for him to just get approved, then I am completely fine with that. So I told you guys that I had to submit a letter about our joint assets because we're both on our accounts, and I just had to submit a letter saying that that he has access to the money and that he's able to make any decisions pretty much. So literally after that, it was like a waiting game. So it was a waiting game. I had been like the primary person on our account so far, and they had all communications with me. We realized during this last 10 days that, you know how NACA like sends you messages and stuff? NACA, I guess that only works with some carriers. So my husband has a carrier. He actually has Cricket. And I don't know, maybe you guys have a different experience, but for some reason he's not able to get text messages from NACA. So every time that there was a change on our account or something, it was like we weren't getting the information. We weren't getting that text message that updated us. But rather our counselor was emailing us. So she submitted us again, and then I think it came back again saying that since the last time we talked, that it came back again saying that they needed something else from him. And the most recent last time, they just needed, I guess they were looking at our lease. Excuse me. And this was actually on, I think it was last Wednesday. They were looking at our lease and they were saying, we don't see his name on there. So we were like, oh my goodness, like we submitted this lease mad long ago. His name is definitely on it. So we were able to get our lease from online because our apartment building has like a portal that has like your updated lease. So I sent that to her right away, and then she submitted us again, I think on Wednesday. And then since then, we were just waiting to hear back. I knew that we wouldn't hear back on the weekend because I don't think she works on the weekend. And then we finally got an email today that said approved. And I'm like, what? Oh my goodness, approved? Like, it just said approved. It said approved, and it was like, you have been approved for blah, blah, blah. There's going to be a purchase workshop this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. Once you attend this purchase workshop, you will be ready to start looking for houses and putting in an offer. So honestly, it was so surreal because if you have been watching our NACA journey, it has been crazy. It has been to the point where I was just on the loan at one point, to where my husband couldn't be on the loan because he owed money for something, to now where he's the person that is on the loan and I can't be on the loan until I'm at my job for 2 more months. So it just has been a crazy process. So to see, that we were approved, it was, just really surreal. Like I screenshotted it since it's my husband, like, congratulations, baby. Now we can look for a house. And it's at such a fitting time because we're having a baby in ASAP. We're having a baby soon. I'm 9 months pregnant. And we have a 2-bedroom apartment, and our apartment is getting too small. Like with our daughter's stuff, all the stuff that we're getting for her, our apartment is just getting too small. We have an extra room, but that has always been an office. So we put some of her stuff in it, but it's hard to just transition that to a room because what are we gonna do with all that stuff? So we really just need a bigger place. A part of me is like, dang, I really wish I could be on the loan because that would grant us more money for the amount that we could spend a month for a mortgage. But then a part of me is just like, okay, well, just be thankful. Be thankful for the little things. Be thankful for being approved. And the first house you move into doesn't have to be the house that you're staying in for 15 years. It can be the house that, that you guys are staying in for 4 years until your daughter goes to school. And then you guys can move to a better home. So it really took my husband like saying like, you know what, Jasmine, like we don't have to stay here forever. We just need something bigger for now. And we can do that with me just being on the loan. And then we can reevaluate the situation in a couple years. So hearing that was really helpful for me because I guess like I said, I think I said this in my other video, when I pictured my home, I pictured like a 4-bedroom house, two car garage, 2 bathrooms. And that just realistically may not be what we can get for the amount of mortgage we're able to pay a month. But anything that we can get is probably going to be a lot better than what we have now. And it's also going to be our own place. And we're going to be able to pour into a place that we can sell in the future as opposed to, just continuing to pay rent. So I am so thankful, just thankful that we eventually we got approved. It's kind of coming at a weird time because we're about to have a baby and it's like realistically how much can we look for a house with a baby? It seems like it's gonna be challenging, but we're gonna do what we can do. Like I mentioned before, I have to be at my job for 6 months before I can be on a loan. So another option is if we're looking for houses for a couple months and we can't find anything, then after my 6 months at my job, then I can have them reevaluate the situation to see if they can add me to the loan. And then we will be eligible for a lot more money as far as our mortgage because they would consider my income as well. So that's a possibility, but I'm not gonna hold out hope for that. I'm gonna just look for houses, with what we're granted right now and pray for the best. I have actually been looking on things like Zillow and Howard Hanna, and I have found some decent houses, and I'm just hoping. I know that this is not really a buyer's market right now, but I'm hopeful that, that the perfect house will be available to us whenever we start really looking. So the next steps is to go to the purchase workshop on Thursday. And then from there, I believe they upload your letter to your NACA account. And then you can start getting in contact with realtors. And then after that, you can start looking for houses. So I'm super, super excited. I do want to say one thing, and I don't mean to say this to be mean, but I know in the past people have asked me where I lived, and I just honestly don't feel comfortable sharing that. I don't live in a big city like Atlanta or Orlando where I would just be like comfortable sharing that. I do tell you guys I'm from New York. I am more specific and I say that I'm from upstate New York. So that's pretty much all I'm going to share. I know that people probably come from it with like good intentions, trying to see if I'm in the same place as them. But honestly, just in general, I don't really feel comfortable sharing like exactly where I'm from. So I'm sorry about that if that makes you offended or anything, but I just want to just throw that out. But I am from upstate New York, and if you know anything about our markets, it's not the same pricing as, New York City. Like, it's completely different. In New York City, people probably are getting approved for mortgages at like $2,000, $3,000 or something crazy because it's a city. But where I'm from, mortgages usually run, depending on what kind of mortgage you want or what kind of house you want. For the houses that I originally wanted, the mortgages would probably be close to 1,500, 1,400, 1,300. Yeah, so that's definitely a lot less than what you would find in different places. So I will try to keep you guys updated on my journey, but please understand that I am currently 9 months pregnant. So life is rough and I'm going to have a baby, and I have a lot going on right now. So I don't have like the flexibility, unfortunately, that I had before, where it was just me and my husband, and I'm making videos all the time. But this journey has been so, important to me, and important for many of you guys who have been watching my journey, that I am going to be conscious to try to make videos. So whether that means I can make a video maybe Friday after I have my purchase workshop, I will attempt to do that. Please know if I don't, if I don't, something came up and, life is happening. But I would definitely attempt to just, make a video so that you guys can know what to expect at the purchase workshops and try to go from there. But for those who have been praying for us and like thinking good thoughts, continue to do so. We're about to try to look for a house in a seller's market with a newborn baby. So yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be challenging, but I know that it's all gonna work out, and I'm super, super excited. Like I said, people who have been watching my journey know that we have been at this for a minute, and it has flipped a multiple ways. Like, it still blows my mind that my husband is the one that um, is able to get the loan, and I'm so, so happy. I'm so, so happy. It makes everything that we did to pay off his debt before so worth it. So I'm super, super happy and super, super excited about that. And as I look at houses, I definitely want to be that person who's like taking videos of it, trying to show you what they look like. So please look out for some videos from me. Excuse me, videos from me. I don't know how soon they're going to be, but I did want to let you guys know that we are finally approved. So there's hope. There's hope, not just for me, it's hope for you, because we had like a battle. Y'all know I lost my job. My husband has some debt. I like started another job. I'm having a baby. Like, there's multiple things that happen, within the 16-month journey so far. And I'm sure there's going to be 1,000 more things that continue to happen. But hearing that we were approved today, or at least receiving that email, was just like, okay, wow, this makes it all worth it. This is the accomplishment, because this is the point that we're all striving to get to. So, yeah, I hope you guys are encouraged. Feel free to ask any questions below. As always, I am not a NACA pro. I am not. My job is not as a NACA person. My job is the furthest thing away from that. So I can only answer based off of my experiences. I will a lot of times like tell you to go talk to your counselor, just because I don't want to give you the wrong advice. I don't want you guys to be like, some girl on the internet said this, and like, don't listen to me. Like, I'm not the person that approves people. So yeah, I just want to encourage you. But if you have any questions that are related to things that you have heard me personally say, I will definitely try to answer them as soon as I can. And I hope that you guys all stay encouraged and that you have a great rest of your week. All right. Bye.